Am I audible until the back? Am I audible until the back? So down with health, थोड़ा सा issue है आज. Online, good afternoon. So today we are meeting for the basics of the number system, and let me tell you, although the name is basics of number system, but it's the most important part of number system. ठीक है? If you are not going good with the basics, you will feel struggle, you know, in the other subtopics of digits or units, etc., etc. So this is a bit of silence. Silence. Do not speak. बोलो मत. बोलिए मत. चलो, let me. Settle, okay? ठीक है. चलो. So what I was saying, that this part, although maybe sound as basics, but let me tell you, this is the most important section of the number system. Every year, at least you are having 2 questions from the basic part, and from this एक question पक्का sure है from odd and even, है ना? So please be attentive. Although this is the basic part, the initial 1 hour or maybe 1.5 hour of the class will be boring. It's fine, ठीक है? Because we are dealing with the definitions, more of it. But I will try to introduce the aptitude between the whatever I am teaching, है ना? So that you feel what is the exact demand of UPSC. Done? So today we will start with the basics of number system. Now, when I talk about number system, there are 2 types of number system. ठीक है? First is real number system, and second is imaginary number system. अब imaginary number system is not part of your syllabus. So when I am talking about number system, the only thing with which you should be concerned is nothing but the real number system. Real number system. Now, in real number system, this is further bifurcated into 2 domains or 2 subparts. The first part is rational. Although you know, I know some of you know these definitions, but still सुन लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, है ना? Rational number system. Now, rational number system or the rational numbers are those numbers which can be represented in the form of p by q such that q is not equals to 0. For example, if I say 7 by 2, is it a rational number system or not? How you will figure out? First of all, you will say, sir, since this is in the form of p upon q, where p is 7, q is 2, and q is not equals to 0, it is a rational number system. 755, yes, it is also a rational number, or this is also part of rational number system. If I ask you now, 9, is it rational number system? See, for those who don't know, 9 individually may look, that it do not have any denominator, but whenever these are the integers have the denominator as 1. So this is also nothing but a number in the form of p by q such that q is not equals to 0. So my only point is that although p9, you may see that there is no denominator, but the denominator is there, and that is nothing but 1. So this is also a rational number. So a rational number is a number which can be represented in the form of p by q such that q is not equals to 0. Up. This rational number is further subdivided into 2 parts. First is fractions, and second is integers. Now, when I say fractions, obviously see, these properties should be followed by both of them, because these both are nothing but subpart of rational number system. The properties of p by q such that q not equals to 0 will be followed by this, and the property p by q such that q not equals to 0 will be followed by this also. But the differentiation lies there, that here q is not equals to 1, and here q is equals to 1, exactly equals to 1. ठीक है? So rational number system is further subdivided into integers and fractions. Done? Up. Look at the board. If I ask you 7 by 5, Is it integer or is it a fraction? Any doubt here? It is a fraction. If I ask you 19 by 7, integer or fraction? This is fraction, this is also fraction. Now, let me check your aptitude now. 18 by 2, fraction or integer? Is there anyone who can see this as the fraction? See, what happens when I am saying this fraction, p by q? This means in p by q in its lowest form. That is, you will reduce all the factors which are common. For example, whenever I am talking about 18 by 2, what you will do, you will remove the common factors, which is nothing but 2. 2 into 1 and 2 into 9. So this is nothing but 9 by 1. Although this may seem as a fraction to you, but let me tell you, you will write this in the lowest form, then you will check whether it is a fraction or whether it is an integer. So it is not a fraction, it is a integer. So in this also, whenever I am saying p by q in the lowest form. And when I am saying lowest form means no common factor. I will remove all the common factors, then I will check. Okay. Tell me now, 777 upon 7, integer or fraction? Integer or fraction? Integer. 777 upon 77, integer or fraction? अरे क्या हुआ? Fraction or integer? See, you need to use your pen, है ना? Here 7 1 times में, 7 1 1 times में. So this is nothing but 1 1 1 upon 1 or 1 1 1. But when you will see here 11 7 ja 77, or wait, let me divide by 7. So 11 to 7 is 77, and this will be 1 1 1. So this is nothing but 1 1 1 upon 11. So 11 into 10 times is 1 1 0. It is not 1 1 1. So there will be a remainder 1. So this is nothing but a fraction, and this is nothing but the integer. So the crux is you will remove all the common factors, then you will check. And let me tell you, there was a PYQ in 2016, I suppose, not in quant, in LR, odd one out, and these were the representations which were given. You have to select the odd one outs, right? So you have to differentiate between the fractions and the integers. So you will remove all the common factors. Done? Chalo. So I hope we are on the same page until now. Let me write few examples for you, right? If I say the rational number can be 7 by 2, comma, 5 by 3, comma, 5, comma, 2. Done? Out of all these numbers, 5, comma, 2 will be integers, and out of all these numbers, 7 by 2, comma 5 by 3 will be nothing but fractions. Are we all on the same page? Basic सी बात कर रहे हैं. We will improve the pace of the class. Okay. Now see this fraction. I will subdivide this into two categories. First of all, terminating fractions, and secondly, non-terminating but reoccurring. Don't worry, I will explain you. See here, 7 by 2 and 5 by 3. What is the final outcome of 7 by 2? It is nothing but 3.5. So it is getting terminated after one digit. Decimal के बाद one digit is there and it is getting terminated. 7 by 2. Second is nothing but 5 by 3. What is 5 by 3? It is 1.66666 and it will keep on going. So it is nothing but, first of all, it is non-terminating, and secondly, the number 6 is getting reoccurring. So it is non-terminating come reoccurring, and the representation of this is nothing but 1.6 bar. You put a bar above 6. So whenever you saw this representation, this means 6 is reoccurring. Do I make sense? Okay. So if I want to divide these two numbers, terminating will be 7 by 2 and non-terminating but reoccurring will be 5 by 3. I hope all of you are on the same page. बहुत बेसिक बात कर रहे हैं, कुछ इसमें कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी नहीं है, ठीक है, बहुत बेसिक बात कर रहे हैं. ओके, now integers are also subdivided into two parts, and I hope all of you know this. First is negative integers and second is non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. When I say negative integers, generally from -1, -2, -3 it go until minus infinity. And when I say non-negative integers, it starts with 0 and it go until infinity. Done. Chalo. Up on the board I will give you the time to note it down, hai na? Don't worry, just look at the board and keep contributing. आता हूँ उस पर, रुक जाओ, इधर आ जाइए, ठीक है. -2, -27, 1, 5, 7 by 2, 18 by 2, 99 by 9, 77 by 78. How many non-negative integers are there? How many non-negative integers are there? How many non-negative integers are there? Is this a non-negative integers? No. Yes. Yes. No. This is not an integer, this is a fraction. See? Fractions, integers. Integers are those numbers which have denominator as single one. So this is not an integer, this is a fraction. Then this 2 1 times में, 2 9 times में. 9 by 1, this is a integer. And this 1 times में, this 11 times में, 11 by 1 integer, and this is again a fraction. So there are 4 non-negative integers. Do that make sense? Okay. चलो. Do one thing. You write until here, then I will continue. बस इतना लिख लीजिए. इधर थोड़ा space दीजिएगा. Just give, let's say, 3 lines का space, or I mean some units of space here. Right until now. Sorry, nothing. Non-negative includes 0. When I am saying non-negative, anything which is non-negative, whether it is positive or neutral, it will be included. So 0 is part of non-negative. Are we done? Done. On the board, everyone, on the board, put your pens down. Now look at these non-negative integers. These non-negative integers are further subdivided into two parts, or I will not say divided, I will say there are two types. Not divided exactly, there are two types. First is natural numbers, and that is what you have to keep in mind. See, I will tell you where we will use it. First is natural numbers, and second is whole numbers. Tell me very frankly, how many of you in the class don't know the difference between the natural numbers and the whole numbers? Just raise your hand. I should know the demography. How many of you don't know? Please be blunt. Anyone else? Okay. See, natural numbers are those numbers. Natural numbers are those numbers which start with 1, are integers, and go until infinity. Whole numbers are those numbers which have additionally 0 in it. Okay? And then it goes until infinity. Can I make a statement all non-negative integers are the whole numbers? Can I make a statement all non-negative integers are the whole numbers? Obviously yes, both are same. Can I make the statement natural number is a subset of whole number? Can I make a statement natural number is a subset of whole number? You will see this is nothing but this part. This part. So natural number is a subset of whole number. Done. Can I say whole numbers are nothing but 0 plus all the natural numbers? Can I say that? Okay. Although since last 9 years UPSC has not asked the definitional what I can say the questions, but एक बार दो बार पूछ रखा है 2014 and 16. Done. चलो. So we are until here on the same page. Now let me introduce a new category which is nothing but irrational. Don't write, I will give the time. Irrational numbers. Now irrational numbers are those numbers. See, rational numbers were those numbers which can be represented in the form of p by q. Irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be represented in the form of p by q. You can never write them as p by q. है ना? I will give you some examples. The examples are root 2, root 3, pi, etc. The beauty is of these numbers is that these numbers are first of all non-terminating, and secondly they are non-reoccurring. Non-terminating and non-reoccurring. What I am trying to make a point is, for example, what is the value of root 2? 1.41 something. That every digit which you are getting will be a new digit. 1.41, it will keep on continuing. जाते जाएगा whenever you are putting it in the calculator. So root 2 is non-terminating. It is not concluding like, let's say, it is not concluding like 7 by 2, first of all. Secondly, it is not even reoccurring like 5 by 3. It is not 1.6666666. So it is non-reoccurring. So non-terminating and non-reoccurring. अब let me make a statement. पहली बात तो समझ में आया क्या बोला मैंने? Now let me make a statement. If I say all non-terminating and non-reoccurring numbers, all non-terminating and non-reoccurring numbers are always irrational. Process karo. I mean, see, with me na, the only thing is you will be forced to think. है ना? ये मेरा pattern है. You will be forced to think in the class. So what I am saying, if I am making a point, all non-terminating and non-reoccurring numbers are irrational numbers. Obviously yes, I told you all of them are non-terminating and non-reoccurring, and here you will not find any number which is non-reoccurring. They all are terminating. First of all, this is terminating and this is terminating but reoccurring. So all irrational numbers have to be non-terminating and non-reoccurring. Can I say all non-terminating numbers are irrational numbers? I am making it again in front of you. All non-terminating numbers are irrational numbers. Why? Because of this. These category of fractions are there which are non-terminating but could be recurring and are part of rational number system. ठीक है. So irrational numbers are those numbers which are non-terminating and non-recurring, and they both are same. Now, what is the value of pi in fractions? In fractions, this is what we read, pi. Now I am asking a question from you. Those who know, rukna, let me ask others. If pi is this, it can be represented in the form of PYQ. If it can be represented in the form of PYQ, you might have read in your class 2, class 3, class 4 that pi is a irrational number. Why it is so? See, for calculation purpose, this is nothing but the approximate value of pi. This is a question of asked by UPSC, I think in CDS and some other exam. But UPSC ने ही पूछा है ना? So pi is although represented as 22/7, but pi is not a rational number. If I ask you 22/7, is it rational or is it irrational? 22/7 rational है, irrational है? 22/7 is rational number because 22/7 is nothing but p/q. But when I say pi is not exactly equal, it is approximate. So we'll see any standard book, na good book, it will never write equal, it will write approximate 20/7. Okay? So do not get confused. Although pi is approximately equals to 20/7, 22/7 is rational, but pi is irrational. Done? Chalo. Now you will write whatever is extra added on the board. Don't write this नीचे वाला है ना, जो मैं green में लिख रहा हूँ. Please do not write whatever I am writing in green in the below this line. लिख लिया? So now we will see what I can say the sub concepts in the class. Although we will not be able to complete the odd and even, but I will touch odd and even and will leave the class. And in tomorrow's class we will be focusing upon odd and even, because I told you in the starting, tomorrow we don't have the class. Okay, day after tomorrow. So day after tomorrow we are having a class. We will continue with the odd and even, because this is a concept from where you are getting at least one question, at least one, maybe two, maybe even three, है ना? So we'll start with the prime number, then composite number, co-prime, twin prime, perfect number, and then the odd and even. ठीक है? चलो. Give a heading prime number. Prime numbers. I explained you in my last class about the prime numbers. What are the prime numbers? Let me tell you, those who are in the very first class, don't worry. I mean, समझ में आएगा, है ना? So the batch generally starts from this class also. So even if you have missed the last class of SCF LCM, it's fine. हाँ. What do we mean by prime numbers? ठीक है. See in your what I can say the basic in your basic books you might have heard that a number which can be divided by 1 or the number itself is a prime number. I will make it a little bit more complex since we have seen the factors. What I will say, a prime number is a number which exactly has two factors. And if the number exactly has two factors, that means it can be divided by the 1 and the number itself. ठीक है. So for you from now, पुराना भूल जाओ. The things which will make sense in the exam hall is that a prime number is a number which has exactly two factors. For example, those are in the very first class. Let's say if I talk about 9. What are the factors of 9? अच्छा, how many are in the very first class? किसी की पहली क्लास है, सबसे पहली क्लास है, कोई? अच्छा, कोई भी नहीं है, ठीक है. तो 9 का factors will be 1, 3, 9. How many factors are there? 3. So since there are 3 factors, this is not a prime number. Let me check 11. What are the factors of 11? 1 and 11. How many factors are there of 11? 2. So this is a prime number. So whenever there are exactly 2 factors, exactly 2, it is a prime number. Okay. Now let me ask you, since I have taught you what do I mean by prime number definitionally, is 1 a prime number? Is 1 a prime number? You should know that there is only a single factor of 1, which is 1. And since this is the case, this do not has 2 factors. Since this do not has 2 factors, it is not a prime number. First thing, ठीक है. चलो, we will not make this complex. As of now, please write point number 1. Point number 1. A prime number is a number. A prime number is a number which exactly has 2 factors. Which exactly has 2 factors. That is 1 and the number itself. So prime numbers between 1 to 20. What are the prime numbers between 1 to 20? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Please write it somewhere. I know many of you know this, but still you write. 9 is not a prime number. We just saw 9 has 3 factors. लिख लिया. Write a question for me. Write a question for me. What is the highest prime number which is even and less than 100? Look at the board. We all know 2 is a prime number, hai na? I am saying, can there be any other even number? Can there be any other even number other than 2 which is prime? जिसको समझ में आ गया वो चुप रहेंगे, बाकी लोग. Just think, let's say the number is p. The number is not 2 first of all, but the number is even. The number is p. What I am saying, the number is even and the number is not 2. For this p, can I write, since this is even, this is nothing but 2 into some q? I will take example. Let's say 18. So 18, don't you think it could be written, or let's say I will take another good example for you. 22. Don't you think this is nothing but 2 into 11? So p is 2 into q. Hayana. What I am saying, if this is the case, automatically apart from 1 and sorry 1 and p, 2 will be a factor of this. ऐसे समझो, any other number which is even other than 2, you take any number which is even other than 2, can always be divided by 2. That is the property of even. And if it can be divided by 2, 2 is a factor of that number, so automatically it will have more than 2 factors, क्योंकि 2 एक extra factor add होगा ना. Let's say any number is 88. What I am saying, apart from 1 and 88, 2 will be a factor of this beta always. So if this is the case, this can never be a prime number, because prime number should have exactly 2 factors. So there exists no even number other than 2 which is prime. Conceptually समझ में आया क्या बोल रहा हूँ? ठीक है. So please write it in your copy as another point. The only prime number which is even is 2. Full stop. Keep your pens down. Don't write this, है ना? Don't write this. Question is saying, what is the sum of highest prime number below 20 and highest even prime number below 1500? Do not use a pen, just read the question, use your brain and tell me the answer. Everyone. First of all, the highest prime number below 20, this you have written in your copy, is nothing but 90. Highest even prime number below 1500, there is only a single prime number which is even. So even number which is prime number is exactly 1, and that is only 2. There is no number which is prime and even together other than 2. So highest even prime number below 1500 will be 2 only. So this 1500 or maybe 15,000 or maybe anything else do not make sense to me. Absolute no sense. Okay. So my answer here will be 19 plus 2, which is 21. Am I making okay sense? Okay. Okay. So please now full stop के बाद add a sentence. This is the lowest even prime number. Full stop. This is the lowest even prime number, comma, highest even prime number, and the only even prime number. Did you all got the worksheet? No, right? Okay. Saurabh, worksheets कहाँ है? You will get a worksheet. The question in front of you. Do not speak the answer. Solve and sit. Use a pen and rough copy. The question in front of you. Do not speak the answer. Solve and sit. Do not speak, I said. हिंदी में बोला जाता है इसको कि बोलिए मत आंसर को. How many of you are not able to solve this? नहीं हो रहा. How many of you are not able to solve this? Is there anyone in the class? What is the answer? See, between 1 to 2 की power 29, how many even prime number exist? I told you this is only one number which is even and prime, that is 2. So only one number exists and your answer will be 1. So these are nothing but the aptitude based questions. This is what UPSC is asking beta. UPSC is not running behind any calculation whatsoever. Simple plain aptitude. कुछ एक डरावना सा नंबर दे दिया, टू की पावर 29. Your concepts are sound, you will be able to get the answer in fraction of seconds. And if you are conceptually weak, तुम सोचते ही रहोगे क्या पूछा उसने, कैसे निकालूं इसको. समझ रहे मेरी बात? ठीक है, चलो let's get back now. Please write the next statement. So we have written 2 now. First for definition, second is on 2. है ना? Write the next statement here. Please write every prime number can be written in the form of 6 and minus 1 or 6n plus 1 in bracket applicable for number greater than 4. Comma, now write, but the number in the above form, is not necessarily always prime. Is not necessarily always prime. What I'm saying, if there is any prime number, let's say give me any number, prime number 11. So 11 को I can represent either in this form or else in this form. So if you all will agree with me, 11 is nothing but 6 into 2 minus 1. You take another prime number 13. 13 will be nothing but 6 into 2 plus 1. You take, let's say 23. 23 is nothing but 6 into 4 minus 1. ठीक है. So if the prime number is there, you can always represent that in this form, either in 6n minus 1 or else in 6n plus 1. But read the second statement. But the number in the above form is not necessarily prime. What I am saying, look at the board. Is 25 a prime number or not? No. What I am saying, even if I am able to represent 25 as 6 into 4 plus 1, that doesn't mean it will be prime. If a number is prime, it will be represented either in this format or in this format. But a number can be represented in this format or in this format, not always prime. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बोल रहा हूँ? ठीक है, प्राइम है, then you can always say either it will be 6n minus 1 or 6n plus 1. But if the number let's say is represented in 6n minus 1 or 6n plus 1, that doesn't mean it will be always prime. ठीक है, Ab, since we have not done the remainder, there is a sub point of this which you will which will make sense once we are done with the remainder. Please write a sub point, right? Make a streak mark and write in the same point, make a streak mark. A prime number when divided by 6, a prime number when divided by 6 gives the remainder as 1 or minus 1. In bracket you write 5, 1 or minus 1. In bracket you write 5. See, once we are done with the remainder, now the things will make more sense to you. The negative remainder, since we have not dealt, it may not make sense. What I am saying, if the number is prime, either it will be in this format or it will be in this format. So whenever I am dividing that number by 6, this divided by 6 will give you the 0 remainder and this will give you the 1 remainder. This divided by 6 will give you the 0 remainder and this minus will give you the minus 1 as a remainder. Don't worry, in remainders we will see the sum of theorems, product of theorem, the things will make sense. As of now इसको लिखो और भूल जाओ. Done. Write a next subheading. Or we have written these points. Write the next point. Please write method to check prime numbers. Right, step 1. Take approximate root of given number. Take approximate root of given number. Step 2. Take a number larger than the above number larger than the above square root, comma, say it x. Step 3. Check divisibility of given number by every prime number less than x. Step 4. If given number is not divisible by any number in step 3, then it is a prime number. See, there are some questions, I mean not asked since last 7 years, but पहले कुछ LR में mix करके UPSC asked some questions to identify, check whether the number is prime or not, है ना? And this is something which is frequently asked in CDS wala exams or maybe in PCS exams. Ab, see one thing, if the number can be represented in 6n minus 1 or 6n plus 1, that doesn't mean the number is always prime. Agreed or not? For example, 25 can be represented as 6n plus 1 but not prime. So we need some test which certify whether the number is a prime number or not, है ना? हाँ, please ask. This we will see in the questions. So whenever the question is asking you to assume any prime number, he is asking what is the use of this then. So the use of this is not obviously to check whether the number is prime or not. For example, the question is giving you to assume a prime number. So you can always assume that prime number is nothing but 6n minus 1 or 6n plus 1. So that is the utility of this, because the prime number is prime, then it can be represented as either 6n minus 1 or 6n plus 1. So whenever we will be supposed to assume any number which is prime, we will write it as in this format. So we will take up the question in the class, don't worry. Done? So don't get yourself confused. As of now I am just teaching you the concepts, you go with the concepts. Done? So for example, we need to check whether 397 is a prime number or not. So step 1 says that you will take the approximate root of 397. कितना आएगा? Those who don't know, 400 is nothing but 20 into 20. So it will be nothing but 19 point something, 19.9 19.8 something, 19 and 20 के बीच में आएगा. Done? Step 2 is saying take a number larger than the above square root, say it x. What will the number? 20. Step 3 says that check the divisibility of given number. What the given number here is? 397. So check the divisibility of 397 by every prime number less than x. So all prime numbers less than 20 are 2, 3, 5, 7, then 11, 13, 17, 19. Is this divisible by 2? By 3? Although you may struggle right now in the divisibility, but you can use your calculators as of now. In divisibility, I will tell you the principles or the rules of divisibility. Generally, 9 plus 3 12 plus 7 19. So it is not divisible by 3. The sum of some theorem or the divisibility rule of 3 I will teach you in the divisibility. Okay? As of now, you can use your calculator. Is it divisible by 3? No. By 5? By 7? So 7 5 is 35, 47 no. By 11? 11 3 is 33, 6 carry forward, 6 no, 1 will be the remainder. 13 say 13 3 is 39, 7 will be the remainder. 17 say 17 to the 34, 5 57, so no. 19 say 19 to the 38, 1 nahi hoga. So let's go to the step 4. Step 4 says that if given number is not divisible by any number in step 3, not divisible by any number in step 3, that means the given number is a prime number. ठीक है? Not much important. I mean, do not bang your head on this. Even if you are not able to follow, not remember, it's fine. ठीक है? Don't worry. Just do a sample problem for me, then we are done. Do it for 497. Is it prime or not? Online, if you have any doubt, beta, please tell me. A prime number when divided by 6 gives a remainder as 1 or minus 1. Minus 1 is also known as 5, right? Nitisha. In bracket, what was there? Okay. Prime number or not? No. Divisible by 7. Okay. See, step 1 says that take approximate root. 497, what is the approximate root? 20, 21 point something. 21 point something. Okay. So 21 point something. This you will take x as 22. What are the prime numbers which are less than 22? Same. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So we'll check the divisibility. Is it divisible by 2? No. By 3? No. 5? No. 7 से will find it divisible. 7 7 जा 49, then 7 1 जा 7. ठीक है. So divisible by 7. Stop. That means this 497 is not prime. Is not prime. Done? Chalo. I'm giving you 30 seconds. Just revise whatever we have done under the prime numbers. This is it. This is it. We have done all the important properties of the prime number. Huh? Sorry? Because that is not a clear test of prime number. A number could be prime, could not be prime. Sorry? That way you can tell. Okay. ठीक है, कर सकते हो. But definitely will get the answer is not a scenario there. है ना? Error के chances हैं उसमें. बट बेटा 497 में तो -1 आ रहा है ना रिमाइंडर 6 से डिवाइड करने के बाद. हाँ तो -1 5 ही तो हुआ. 5 और -1 सेम बात है. आप समझ रहे हो? तो आपका ऑलरेडी गलत हो गया उससे. क्या आप बोल रहे हो अगर -1 आ गया तो प्राइम होगा? 5 और -1 सेम है. अभी देखेंगे रिमाइंडर में, कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं करते चीज़ों को. लेट्स गो स्लो. डन. रिवाइज्ड. गिव अ हेडिंग कंपोजिट नंबर्स. Composite numbers. Four. How many factors are there for the 4? 4 how many factors? 1, 2, 4. There are 3 factors of 4. 9, 1, 3, 9. 6, 1, 2, 3, 6. 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. 15, all this. And let me tell you, we have a complete class, dedicated class on the factors. Okay. So the number of factors for 6 are 4. The number of factors for 8 are 4. This 4, this 6, and this 4. Let's see for 16. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 25, 1, 10. No. How many factors are there for 4? For 9, for 16, for 25. Just observe the 2 rows. Just observe. I am giving you 20 seconds. And tell me what is the thing which is making both of them different. I will give you the hint. this have all the even number of factors and this have all the odd number of factors. Just see these numbers and these numbers. What is the basic difference? What is the basic difference? These are nothing but the perfect squares. Okay. So whenever I am going with the perfect square, I am getting the factors which are odd number of factors. And whenever I am saying the even, what I can say, the numbers which are other than the perfect squares, I am getting even number of factors. Up. See this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many factors for 1 were there? 1. For 2, 2. For 3, for 4, 3. For 5, 2. For 6, 4. For 7, 2. For 8, 5 कैसे हो जाएगा? 4. For 9, 3. अब see, this, all of them were prime numbers. What I am saying, if a number has factors more than 2, then the number are composite numbers. More than 2 strictly, then the number is a composite number. Secondly, second observation is, up see, this you will may not find in the books. I mean, this is a second observation, that in the composite number, if the number of factors are odd, then the number are perfect squares. ठीक है, please write it. Composite numbers are those numbers, right? Isha, you are right. Online, Isha, you are right. Composite numbers are those numbers which have more than 2 factors. Which have more than 2 factors. Example, 4, 6, 8, 9. Second point you write, perfect squares have odd number of factors. Perfect squares have odd number of factors. Acha, see, now we will write a statement. If you agree, we will write, otherwise we will strike it off. लिखवा रहा हूँ, but अगर गलत हुआ तो हम उसे काट देंगे, वरना लिखा रहने देंगे. ठीक है. The statement goes like this, and all perfect squares other than one are always composite and never prime. Just think. You have written all perfect squares are always composite and never prime other than one. See, on the board, conceptually देखेंगे, if it is a perfect square, it is nothing but p square. 16 is nothing but 4 square. 25 is nothing but 5 square. 36 is nothing but 6 square. 81 is nothing but 9 square. So every perfect square is nothing but p square, some p ka square. Conceptually speaking, this p square will have 1 and p square has the factors at least 1 and the number itself. What I am saying, 81 will have 1 and 81 is the factors. Agree करते हो या नहीं करते हो? But now there is a catch. If it is a p square, this p square is nothing but p into p, and if that is the case, it can be divided by p. And if that is the case, p has to be the factor of this. And if that is the case, there are more than two factors. And if that is the case, it is a composite number. Sorted hai. So see here, 9 will always be a factor. So always, if there is a perfect square and it is not 1, then it will be a composite number. Okay? Write one more statement for me. अच्छा देखो बोर्ड पे देखो, what we have concluded so far, prime numbers में कितने factors होंगे? 2. Composite numbers how many factors? Not 3, more than 2. It could be anything. It could be 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 80, 100, कुछ भी, but more than 2. Composite number. 1. How many factors are there of 1? Only 1. Is it prime or is it composite? Please write. 1 is neither prime nor composite. And let me tell you, I am warning you right now. I will test this. बाद में तुम्हें कितना याद रहता है, ठीक है? I will test this. 1 is neither prime nor composite. आज की क्लास में नहीं, फैक्टर्स वाला क्लास I will test. Done. So we are done with the composite numbers. Write a question for me now. Find the sum of and you will not speak out the answer. You will solve, you will sit. Find the sum of lowest odd composite number, lowest odd composite number and highest even prime number below 100. Solve and sit. Question is saying what is the sum of lowest odd composite number and highest even prime number below 100. First of all, can you tell me what is the highest even prime number below 100? 2. इसमें अब डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए. Lowest composite number, let's see here. Is 1 a composite number? No. And ये तो already prime है. Is 4 a composite number? Yes it is, but it is not odd, it is even. Is 5 a composite number? No, prime hai. Is 6 composite? Yes, but it is even. 7 is prime. 8 is composite? Yes, but even. 9 is composite and odd. So 9 is the lowest odd number which is composite, and your answer will be 11. How many you got the correct answer? ग्रेट. ठीक है, आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है मेरी, आप जो पढ़ के आते हो ना, आप क्लास में छोड़ के आओ. मैं बता रहा हूँ, अब सुनो 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 मेरी बात सुनो, सुन लो. कोई बात नहीं, आपने कभी और पढ़ा होगा कहीं से सी से. ठीक है चलो फिर ठीक है, वरना आपका दिमाग वो एसएससी वाले पे जाता है हमेशा. आप वो वाली कैलकुलेशन थोड़ी फास्ट कर लेते हो. जब भी मैं एप्टीट्यूड का क्वेश्चन डालता हूँ क्लास में, आप वहाँ पे फ्लंक हो जाते हो. आप ऑब्जर्व करना, इसलिए मिस्टेक नहीं, एप्टीट्यूड पे फ्लंक हो रहे हो. चलो हाँ, sorry, 3 is a prime number. कैसे? How many factors are there of 3? 1 and 3. So it is a prime number. How it is a composite number? No, it is nothing but a prime number. ठीक है, चलें आगे. Give a heading. Relatively co-prime. Relatively co-prime. ठीक है. First I will make you write, then I will explain you. Please write. This is a set of number. This is a set of number which exactly have one factor in common. Which exactly have one factor in common. ठीक है. अब I wanted to make you write one more statement after this, so leave a line blank, है ना. Look at the board. What I am saying, first of all, relatively co-prime is a property of a set. I need at least two numbers. First thing, for example, if I have a number like 3 and 5, if both these numbers have only one number in one factor in common, क्या? One factor in common, then this is nothing but a relatively co-prime. For example, let's say 3. What are the factors of 3? 1 and 3. What are the factors of 5? 1 and 5. So only one factor is in common, that is 1. This is not common, right? Hence this is relatively co-prime. I will take one more example, 5 and 12. What are the factors of 5? This the prime number है तो 1 and 5 only, 2 factors होंगे. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. What are the factors which are common? 1, and hence this is nothing but relatively co-prime. Can you observe one thing? Acha, let me ask you straight. Can the factor be other than 1 which is common? What I am saying, the value 1, इसके अलावा कुछ और कॉमन हो सकता है 1 के अलावा? अगर सिर्फ एक चीज कॉमन है, it has to be 1. So please write a statement. Deepali, just show me the copy. This is a set of number which exactly have one factor in common, comma, that is the number 1 itself. That is the number 1 itself. Now you will test two numbers. (16, 15) and then you write 12, 15. Do not speak the answer. Solve and sit. Those are facing problem in finding out the factors, na, just be chill for 2 more classes. I will take the factors. I will tell you how to make the pairs of the factors. Pretty easy, है ना? I will make you very comfortable in this. So is 16 comma 15 are relatively co-prime? Yes. Why? See, 16 का factors are 1 2 4 8 16. 15 का factors are 1 3 5 15. So there is only one factor which is common, that is 1 itself. So it is relatively co-prime. And this 12 comma 15, 1 2 3 4 6 12, and this 15 will have 1 3 5 15. If you are struggling in finding out the factors, don't worry at all, just allow me one class of factors. This is very simple task. We will make the pairs, we will learn, है ना? So there are two factors which are common, 1 3 1 3. So this is not a relatively co-prime number. Do I make sense? हाँ. अभी लिखवा रहा हूँ, रुक जाओ. ठीक है, चलो. Now you write a question for me, and you will not tell me the answer unless and until I ask you. Please write. Let me check your aptitude now. I will check your aptitude, है ना? दिमाग लगाना. Question goes like this. A set of two prime numbers is always relatively co-prime. A set of two prime numbers is always relatively co-prime. How many of you saying yes? Raise your hand. How many of you saying no? Why no, ma'am? लग रहा है तेरे को? लगता बहुत है क्लास में, सच में बहुत लगता है. हाँ, नहीं 16 तो प्राइम नहीं हुआ ना. So what I'm saying, two numbers are prime and I'm taking a set and it is saying it is always relatively co-prime. Yes or no? Again I am asking how many of you saying yes. The answer is no. तूने कहा क्यों था ये तो बता. आंसर आ जाता तेरा, तेरे को तो 2026 के पेपर में पता चलेगा. देखो ऐसे देखो, तुमने सिर्फ दिमाग नहीं लगाया, कंसेप्ट लगाए. सोचो, मैंने इधर कहीं नहीं बोला डिस्टिंक्ट लेना है. मतलब अगर मैं बोल रहा हूं ये नंबर 5 है, दूसरा नंबर भी 5 है, चीटिंग है आई नो, बट ये यूपीएससी कर रहा है, एप्टीट्यूड है. A set of two prime number, both of them are prime, is always relatively co-prime. Is it relatively co-prime? It has 1 and 5 as the factor, it has 1 and the 5 as the factor, so it is not relatively co-prime. So if I'm saying a set of two prime number, two distinct prime number is relatively, write a new question now. So the answer for this is no. No. Now write a question. A set of two distinct prime numbers, a set of two distinct prime numbers is always relatively co-prime. Answer will be, सोच के बोलना, yes or no? Yes. See why? Let's see. Let's say there are two prime numbers p1 p2, both are different. This p1 will have the factors of 1 comma p1, दो ही फैक्टर होंगे, प्राइम नंबर है तो दो ही होंगे. And this p2 will have the factor of 1 comma p2, and we already know p1 is not equal to p2, and if that is the case, a factor which is common is only 1, and hence this is a relatively co-prime set. थोड़ा और ऊपर, थोड़ा और कॉम्प्लेक्स देखो. a set of and do not speak the answer, first think and then tell me. A set of two composite numbers can never be co-prime. Just do not speak, think and tell. Can never be co-prime. Yes or no? Just think and tell. Sit, think and sit, think and sit. Yes, how many of you are saying yes? No? नहीं पता? नहीं पता सर, आप गंदा पढ़ा रहे हो, नहीं पता. है कोई ऐसा? नहीं है. चलो, see, a set of two composite number can never be co-prime. See, the answer is almost, I think, in front of you. कहीं है? Yeah. अब this is a set of co-prime numbers. Sorry, composite numbers. This is also composite, this is also composite, and this is co-prime. Arey, you make your own set. See, I am saying C1, C2. C1 is 1, 3, 5. These are the factors. Let's say 15. Some 1, 3, 5 are the factors of this. C2 is having 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 4 as the factors. Let's say this is 8. 15, 8. Both are composite and both are relatively co-prime because there is only one factor in common, which is 1. Done. So this is wrong. थोड़ा और, write one more. A set of two even numbers and do not speak, think, सोचना. A set of two even numbers can never be co-prime. Just think. Can never be co-prime. Online, what is the answer? Please explain composite wala. Isha, what I am saying, beta. Online Isha, what I am saying. See, for example, these are two composite numbers. I am saying they have only one factor in common, 1, 1. The other factors could be 3 and 5 here. And the other factors which are of C2 are nothing but 2 and 4. So since there are 3 factors, it will be a composite number. And since are these 3 factors of this will be a composite number. But these, I mean this only have 1 in common. So both are composite and both have only one factor in common, that is 1. So hence it is nothing but a prime, relatively co-prime. Okay, so I got a, what I guess, the possibility. So never, it is nothing but no. है ना? A set of two even number can never be co-prime. How many of you are saying no? Answer is no. Why? 2, 2, हाँ रुको 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 रुको, तुम कॉन्सेप्चुअली गलत जा रहे हो. रुक जाओ यार, तुम लोग मेरे को पढ़ाने दो यार, इधर आ जाओ. हाँ बेटा तू बोल. 2, 2 को प्राइम कैसे बोल रहे हैं इसको? 1, 2 इसका फैक्टर है, 1, 2 इसका फैक्टर है. दो कॉमन फैक्टर आ गए तो को प्राइम कैसे हुआ? को प्राइम थोड़ी हुआ. हाँ आप बताइए. सेम ही सोचा तुमने भी. मेरी बात सुनो बहुत फंडामेंटली, वेरी फंडामेंटली. इफ दीज आर टू प्राइम नंबर्स, लेट्स से E1, E2. बोर्ड पे देखो बड़े आराम से, बोर्ड पे. लेट मी से one factor is 1, 1. And if this is also even, this will have at least 2 as the factor. It can be divided by 2. And if this is even, this will also have at least one factor, which is 2. And obviously we have two factors which are common. So this will never be co-prime. And the statement is true. So this statement is true. ठीक है. और थोड़ा ऊपर अब मैं क्लास पहले आगे बढ़ा लेता हूँ, मतलब आई कैन टीच यू दिस ओनली फॉर 1 आवर, फायदा नहीं है उसका। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। 4 He's right. Twin primes. Now fourth and fifth are not that important. I mean just definitional hai. We'll skip in next 4 minutes or 3 minutes. Hai na? Twin primes. Please write. This is a set of numbers. This is a set of two numbers. This is a set of Riti Dubey online. I hope you got it now. ठीक है? It cannot be coprime or relatively coprime because 2 will be a common factor if both are even. And if 2 is the extra common factor and both are even, then it is not relatively coprime because both are even now. Okay. Twin prime क्या लिखा हमने? Is a set of two numbers, comma, where next line में आप लिखेंगे first point. Both the numbers are prime. Both the numbers are prime. Second, difference is exactly 2. What I am saying on the board. See 3, 5. Beta do not speak. 3, 5. Condition 1 is both the numbers should be prime. Is 3 a prime number? Is 5 a prime number? Second condition is the difference should be exactly 2. So this is twin prime. ठीक है? 5, 7. Condition 1 is both of them should be prime. हैं? दोनों हैं prime. Condition 2, the difference is 2. वो है? So this is also a twin prime. 7, 9. First condition is both of them should be prime. Is 7 prime? Is 9 prime? No. So since 9 is not prime, this is not twin prime. ठीक है? 7, 13. Is 7 prime? Is 13 prime? Condition 1 is satisfied. But is the difference 2? So this is also not twin prime. Let's say 11, 13. Twin prime है? Why? Because both are prime and the difference is 2. 13, 15. 17, 19. Just write this and we are done. Sorry. Done. लिख लिया ना? Next you give the heading perfect number. Again definitional, not much I mean content in this. Perfect number. Please write a number see the class will start after this. अभी तक we are just doing the warm up है ना? नंबर सिस्टम तो इसके बाद स्टार्ट होगा. ठीक है, चलो प्लीज राइट परफेक्ट नंबर is a number for which the sum of all its factors in bracket you write excluding the number sum of all its factor, excluding the number is number itself. Is number itself. Look at the board. 6. What are the factors of 6? 1, 2, 3, 6. What I am saying, if the sum of all the factors excluding the number itself, if this plus this is 6, that is equals to number itself, then this is a perfect number. You get me? Okay, definitional है, just tell me, is 21 a perfect number? Just solve and tell me. 21. These will be the factors of 21. For those who are struggling to know the factors, don't worry, give me some time. What are the sum? 1, 3 and 7, 11, and this is not equals to 21, so this is not a perfect number. Next you calculate for 28. ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस बोलते हैं इसको. What are the factors of 28? 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, 28. So you will remove this 28 first of all, and the sum of this 14 plus 7, 21 plus 4, 25 plus 3, 28. And this is important. इस साल एक क्वेश्चन आया इस पे, तो हल्के में मत लेना, ठीक है? चलो आगे बढ़े. डन. Now the most important topic we are starting, odd and even. Odd and even. See on the board. Do not think this topic in isolation. We will see. What I am trying to make a point is, this topic will be used to solve the questions of divisibility, the questions of remainders, the questions of factors and whatnot. Literally you can't even imagine the importance of this topic, but this is the most ignored topic when you will see your standard books, or maybe यहाँ से भी आप पढ़ रहे हो. The very beautiful topic which can help you to solve the many questions of the divisibility. I will prove it in the PYQs. Many questions of the remainders, many questions of the factors. Just you should know the integrities of odd and even. ठीक है? अब tell me, what do you mean by even number? Divisible by 2. Or see, I am giving a new advanced definition. A number, if it has at least a single factor of 2, at least a single factor of 2, then the number is even number. A number may have more than one factors of 2. For example, let's say we have seen the prime factorization. Let me talk about 80. So 2, 40, 2, 20, 2, 10, 2, 5, 1. So upon prime factorization, if this 80 has at least a single factor of 2, then the number is even number. Even a single factor is there, the number is even number. ठीक है? Please write it. And this will be आई मीन अभी तो तुम्हें नहीं समझ में आएगा, व्हेन वी विल सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम ना, तुम्हें ऐसा लगेगा सर क्या जादू कर दिया, इतना आसान था. तो इफ यू अंडरस्टूड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ऑड एंड इवन ना, तब कॉम्प्लेक्स वाला क्वेश्चन विल बिकम वेरी इजी. ठीक है, एंड दैट इज माई टास्क. हाँ सर, व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, देयर इज अ फैक्टर एटलीस्ट व्हेन आई एम राइटिंग द प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन फॉर्मेट ना, एटलीस्ट एक 2 है उसमें. 2 फैक्टर भी तो हुआ यार. तुम्हें बात समझ में आ रही है क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं, क्या बोल रहा हूँ? जब मैंने किसी नंबर का एक प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन लिखा, लेट्स से 72, सो दिस विल बी नथिंग बट 2 इनटू, बताओ, 2 इनटू 2 इनटू 3 इनटू 3 इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, 9 2 18 2 36 इनटू 2 72. ठीक है, सो एटलीस्ट 1 2 should be there, at least a factor of 2 in the prime factorization format, a 2 should be there. There could be other 2s also, I don't care, but एक तो होना चाहिए, एक तो होना चाहिए. And I told you in yesterday's class, I can represent any number in the prime factorization format. So literally what I'm trying to make a point is, when I'm doing the prime factorization of a number, if I'm getting a single 2, then that means the number is a prime number. Oh sorry, even number. Sorry, even number. ठीक है, that is the meaning. So I'm upgrading you, I mean not that complex, we have seen everything. So I'm upgrading your definition, that if a number upon prime factorization has even a single factor of 2, there could be many other factors, but even a single factor of 2, then the number is a even number. ठीक है, चलो. And what will the odd number? Please write a number, odd number, then write a number. even number की definition नहीं लिखी भाई मैंने. अच्छा, ठोक दिया ना इसने. even number you write, first you write even number. A number which upon prime factorization, if at least have a single factor of 2, then it is a prime number. Sorry, even number. Prime पढ़ा पढ़ा के prime नहीं आ रहा है मुझे. Example, 72 is equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. At least 1 2 should be there. Done. Then write odd number. A number which don't have any factor of 2. Any factor of 2 is odd. See, ultimately na, whatever you have read in the books, that if a number is divisible by 2, और बहुत ध्यान सुनना क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं, so that we are now coming on the same page. I am merging your definition and my definition. Whatever you have read so far in the books, that a number if it is divisible by 2 is nothing but a even number. See, even if you are having a single factor of 2 here na, you can always divide this by 2 and cancel this, and the remaining value will be this. Are you getting my point? So even if you are having a single factor upon prime factorization, then it can be cancelled by the what I can say, the 2 in the denominator. That is what you have read, and that is what I have like told you. Now both are same. Chalo. Now we will start seeing the theorems. Okay. Look at the board. एंड प्लीज वॉट एवर यू लर्न सो फार उसको थोड़ा साइड हटा के जो मैंने पढ़ाया यू विल यूज दैट ओनली. नहीं समझ में आया 5 बार पूछो 10 बार पूछो बताऊंगा, है ना. बट जो मैंने बताया वही यूज करना, क्योंकि मुझे पता है आगे मैं लाइक व्हाट विल द प्रॉब्लम सेट्स, है ना. what you know keep it aside, whatever I am teaching you you should use that finally. ठीक है. So what I'm saying, if I'm adding two even numbers, if I'm adding two even numbers, will it be always even? Always. Will it be always even? Fundamentally what is happening, see, let's say this even number is nothing but 2 into some p. You remember 2 into 2 into some, at least a single factor of 2 is there, na? 2 into the remaining thing I am saying p. This even number will be nothing but some 2 into q. Both are even and both can be different. I mean I have represented them by e, but both can be different. So this is nothing but 2 into some, maybe or 2 ho sakte hain, I don't care. There could be other factors of 2, but at least a single factor of 2 will be there. If I am adding both of them, what will happen? 2 will come in common. This will be nothing but 2 into p plus q. So whatever is the output, this output is also having a factor of 2. And is having a factor of 2. This is also a even number. Now for those who are confused, I am giving a rule. In the exam hall, take two even numbers, add them, whatever is coming is something which is always true for you. Okay? So let's say 6 plus 8, it is 14. Since this is even, my even plus even will be even. Okay? If this is not making sense, you can take two examples. Generally, even I know this, I generally take the examples and then in the subconsciously in the head I do. Now okay, now odd plus odd, this will be, take two examples, 9 plus 3, it is coming out to be 12. So this will be always even. ठीक है. And why it is happening so technically, नहीं समझ में आया तो भूल जाना. Technically why it is happening so, सुनो. This odd number will give you 1 as the remainder, and then you are adding it with another odd number, this will give you 1 as the remainder. And when you are adding this 1 plus 1, 2 will be completely divisible by 2, and hence you are getting a even number. नहीं समझ में आया भूल जाओ, not important. So odd plus odd will be even. Then even minus odd, this will, sorry, even plus odd, this will be, take examples, even, any even number, let's say 6 plus any odd number, let's say 1 or 3, this is 9. So since this is odd, this will be odd. यहाँ तक बात समझ में आई? ठीक है. Similarly odd plus even will be odd, hardly matters. Now addition. Sorry, सम हो गया, sorry. Subtraction. ठीक है. Even minus even, what this will be? Take two examples, 8 minus 6, it is 2. 2 is even, so this will be even. You can go by my method also. 2 into p minus 2 into q, it will be 2 into p minus q. So the final value is having 2 as a factor, 2 into p minus q. Done. Then odd minus odd, let's say 7 minus 5, it will be even. Okay. Third thing is even minus odd. Odd, you take two numbers, let's say even number I am taking 12 minus 5, 12 minus 5 it is 7, odd. Odd minus even, so any number odd to take 19 minus 2, it is 17, it will be odd. Observe this and observe this. What is the thing which is common? What is the thing which is common? You have to observe this, otherwise questions नहीं बनेंगे. This sign do not even matter. Even if I replace all the negative signs with the positive signs, I will get the same characteristics, not value. Value may change, but if I ask only between odd and even, characteristics will be same. Are you getting my point? What I am saying, even plus even plus even, what will be your final outcome? Even plus even, this is even, and this even added to this even will give you even. I am saying, even if the question was, and बहुत ध्यान सुनना यार please, even if the question was even plus even minus even, then how would you have solved this? Even plus even is even, even minus even is even. So this negative sign do not actually matters. This will just make you confused in the exam hall. So the thumb rule is, whenever you are seeing negative sign in the exam hall in the even and odd ka questions, you always replace that with the positive sign. Okay? So first make these two tables, then we will write a asterisk mark. And please leave some space, है ना? We have to write 3 more columns here. Done. Make a asterisk sign नीचे and write. Please write. In the questions of odd and even, in the questions of odd and even, comma, we can always replace negative sign with positive sign in order to solve the problem. In order to solve the problem. इसके आगे leave some space है ना? इस वाली टेबल में if you have the space, leave some space. If you don't have the space, leave some space at the bottom of the same size. Look here. Even plus odd plus even plus odd plus even plus odd plus odd. First of all, I will tell you how you have to solve this on the board. Everyone, solve मत करो. देखो, go step by step. Even plus odd is odd. Whatever is the outcome, you will add to the next thing. Odd plus even is odd. Odd plus odd is even. Even plus even is even. Even plus odd is odd. And odd plus odd is even. So my answer here will be even. ठीक है? Write one problem for me now. Even plus odd plus even plus odd plus odd plus odd plus even plus odd. ठीक है, अभी गिन के कर लो, बट जब मैं क्वेश्चन डालूंगा दूसरा, बेटा मेरा तरीका है एक ना चीज़ों को एडवांस पे लेके जाने का, तो ये तो तुम गिन के कर लोगे, बट जब मैं डालूंगा वर्कशीट में प्रॉब्लम, वो नहीं गिन पाओगे, इसमें पावर सी इतनी लगी होगी. मैं बोल रहा हूँ तुम लोग जो सीख के आए वो रख लो अभी, अगर प्रॉब्लम हो रही है तब भी सुन लो, और जो सिखाया उससे सॉल्व करो. सिंपल रूल ऑफ माई क्लासेस. Let me promise you one thing, I know exactly what I am doing. ठीक है, so you should have confidence, nothing else. करते जाओ बस. I exactly know what I am doing. चलो on the board. This even plus odd, we all know this is odd. Odd plus even, odd यार, odd plus even is odd. Odd plus odd is even. Even plus odd is odd. Odd plus odd is even. Even plus even is even. Even plus even is even. Even plus odd is odd. So your answer will be odd. Done. Next. Even plus odd plus even minus odd minus even minus odd minus even minus even minus even. Just read the asterisk mark. I told you before solving this, you will simplify this by replacing all the negatives with the positive things. First thing, कितने लोगों ने ये नहीं किया था? कॉम्प्लेक्स कर लोगे अपने लिए चीजें, क्योंकि राइट नाउ द थिंग्स मे बी सिंपल, बट व्हेन आई विल with time will make it more complex. Now you will start. First thing is replace all the negative sign with the positive sign, because the property remains the same. Exactly it have the same, what I can say, the characteristics. Ab let's see odd and even. Even plus odd, odd. Odd plus even, odd. Odd plus odd, even. Even plus even, even. This is odd, this is odd, this is odd, and this is odd. How many of you got the correct answer? Okay, let's get back to this now. Multiplication by 2. Don't write anything, look at the board first. Not that difficult. Look at the board. Tell me, and I will test your aptitude. ठीक है, difficult नहीं है, but I will test your aptitude. Look at the board. I will give you the time to write. 2 into even. 2 into even. Can I say this will be always even? Okay. 2 into odd. Always odd or even? See, even if this is odd, you are giving this odd a factor of 2. Let's say this odd is nothing but 11 into 3, 33. You are yourself multiplying it by 2, and then this got a factor of 2, which will make it even. So this will be even. Let me ask a aptitude based question for you. ठीक है, and सोच के बोलना, बिना सोचे मत बोलना. 2 into even is always divisible by 4. सोच के बोलना. If you have the conviction, then tell me the answer. 2 into even is always divisible by 4. कैसे? अब लगाया ना तूने दिमाग, नहीं तो तेरे को लग जाता है बस. हाँ देखो, 2 into even, whatever I have taught you is sufficient to answer anything now. 2 into even, I told you even is nothing but some 2 into some p. At least a factor of 2 will be there if it is a even. You have multiplied by 2, so the new thing will be 4 into some p. अरे p could be nothing but remaining in the prime factorization, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Now what I am saying, if you are dividing this by 4, yes, it can always be divisible. So 2 into even number is always divisible by 4. ठीक है, चलो. Nevertheless, what we will do, we will solve a question. right? Online, any doubt? Online, any doubt so far? Okay. First thing, first thing, you will replace all the negatives with positives. First thing, this is what you will do. पहली चीज, 2 into odd, even. Even plus this even is even. 2 into even is even. Even plus this even is even. Even plus odd is odd plus odd is plus. 2 into anything will be even. Whatever it is, I don't even care. I will not waste my time. I will say 2 into anything will be even. So even plus this even is nothing but, how many got the correct answer? ठीक है, हमने गलती की, सॉल्व नहीं हुआ, सही आंसर आया, हाथ क्यों उठाया? कोई बात नहीं, मेरे भी दर्द है आज हाथों में. चलो नेक्स्ट. मल्टीप्लिकेशन. मल्टीप्लिकेशन इट इज. 5 मिनट और, 5 मिनट और फिर छोड़ता हूं. even into even, what this will be? Even. I am making a statement again. Even into even will always be divisible by 4. Even into even will always be divisible by 4. Those are not getting it, please see. Let's say there are two even numbers, e into e. This will be something 2 into p1 and this will be something 2 into p2. This could be 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. This could be 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Prime factorization format I have written. When you multiply these two, this will give you 4 into p1 into p2. So this has a factor of 4, hence this will always be divisible by 4. Okay? Additional inputs I am giving you, nothing else. Now next, even into odd, always even. Are you sure? Always even? Yes, because this even is giving a factor of 2. This will not have a factor of 2, but when you will see the prime factorization format, even into odd, let's say this is 2 into p1, this is some p2 which do not have 2. For example, for you I am saying this is 3 into 5 and this p1 is, let's say this e is nothing but 2 into 5 into 7. So p1 क्या हो जाएगा? 5 into 7 and 2 was already there. 2 into 5 into 7 was e. So into जब मैं करूँगा तो I will get a factor of 2. ठीक है, which will make this even. You can take the examples also to write this, है ना? Odd into odd, can this be even ever? सोच के बोलो, can this be ever even? This will be odd always? Yes, and the reason is pretty simple. Odd into odd, let's say this is 3 into 5 and this is 7 into 11. When you multiply this, this will be 7 into 11 into 3 into 5. Since this was not having any factor of 2, this was not having any factor of 2, this will not have any factor of 2. So this will also be odd. That means odd into odd is odd. Done. So एक सवाल अभी करेंगे, 3 सवाल होमवर्क में करेंगे, है ना? नहीं पता। ठीक है, ऑनलाइन व्हाट इज द आंसर? even, some of you are saying odd, some of you are saying even. ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, सबने कर लिया? नहीं किया अभी? फर्स्ट थिंग क्या करोगे? रिप्लेस दिस विद प्लस साइन. फर्स्ट थिंग, all of them. Let's see this. Odd into even. Even a single even number in the entire series of multiplication will make the entire set as even. Plus odd into odd is odd. This even into into odd, अरे यार एक even आ गया ना, that single even will make the entire multiplication as even. Plus even multiplied by anything will be even. Whatsoever is in the bracket, you are multiplying it with the even number, so multiplication outcome will be even. So this is this, this is this, and this is this. If you don't believe me, you solve this. Odd plus odd is even, plus even is even, even into even is even. अरे this बाहर वाला even will make the everything as even. अगर अंदर odd भी आता तो even into odd will be even, and even into even will be even, even into anything is even. ठीक है? So even plus odd is odd, odd plus even is odd, odd plus even is odd. So your answer is odd. How many you get odd as the answer? ठीक है, जिसने गलती की है थोड़ा सा देखो कहाँ गलती हुई है ना? होमवर्क मैं अगली क्लास में लेता हूँ, अभी राइट नाउ आई एम नॉट इन द पोजीशन. सो आई विल गिव यू द क्वेश्चंस एंड देन वी विल स्टार्ट द क्लास. विल मीट डे आफ्टर टुमारो ऑन फ्राइडे. ठीक है, चलो थैंक यू, सी यू. अगली क्लास से विल पेस अप द थिंग्स नंबर सिस्टम में और थोड़ा मजा आने लगेगा, है ना? चलो, इफ देयर इज एनी फीडबैक यू कैन टेल मी ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन. थैंक यू ऑनलाइन. अभी डोंट सॉल्व एनीथिंग, कीप द वर्कशीट. अभी डोंट सॉल्व एनीथिंग. थैंक यू ऑनलाइन, थैंक यू.